Who's hungry? The deli's open. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by for another edition of Marco's Deli. We're going to take a look at some sandwich games, some traps. I'll tell you what's going on at WagerTalk. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Big week last week, 3-0 here on the sandwich shop games as we gave you the Rams, Carolina, and Tampa Bay. That 3-0 sweep last week makes our video the last 4 weeks. We've gone 19-9 with the plays here on the Sandwich Shop videos. Let's get things started this week. We're going to start with the game we gave out on Bet On It. I always repeat that play just in case you didn't tune in to Bet On It this week, which obviously no reason not to do that. Check out the college and pro version every week of Bet On It. And this week we also covered the college football playoff games, just an early preview of those games. So be sure to check that out over at WagerTalk TV. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed as a subscriber to our YouTube channel, go ahead and do so. It's free, and you'll be notified every time there is a new video. All right, let's start with Indianapolis at Denver. Denver won 3 in a row in convincing fashion, with the last game being that Monday night game against Cleveland. Then they had their bye week. Denver couldn't have looked any better in that game against Cleveland. Now they come out of the bye week and they're playing Indianapolis, who also was on a bye week. But scheduling-wise, coming off the Monday night game, having the week off, and then having their biggest game of the year next week when they play the Chargers. You know, they're battling the Chargers for second place in the AFC West and for the wild card spot. So this is a bad spot for Denver. Great spot for Indianapolis, live dog for them. And Indianapolis is still alive in the playoff race as well, but this is a game they need to get. So obviously we are looking at the sandwich spot here with Indianapolis plus the 4 points. The next one I want to tell you about is Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. This is an absolutely horrible spot for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They just played 4 straight division games. They played Baltimore, they played Cleveland, Cincinnati, and then Cleveland again. 4 straight games against division foes, and now they're playing Philadelphia. Yeah, Philadelphia is one of the top teams in the NFC. But for Pittsburgh, the big game is next Sunday when they play Baltimore, or I should say next week. I'm not sure if that's game Sunday or Saturday. But when they play Baltimore, that's for the division title. Pittsburgh got a 2-game lead right now, and it doesn't matter if they win or lose this game this week. If they win next week, they wrap up the division because they would have the tiebreaker. So you're catching Pittsburgh in a bad spot. And if you remember when we did the video last week, I told you how Philadelphia was in a bad spot last week. They were in a definite look-ahead spot playing Carolina as they were looking ahead to this one with Pittsburgh after coming off a series of big games. Philadelphia will be focused for this one this week as they are trying to stay 1 game behind the Lions for home field advantage. We like we like Philly in this one in laying the points. Hey guys, if you made it this far to the video, you like what you see, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. That really helps the channel every week. The more thumbs up we get, it helps us with the algorithm at YouTube. And if you have a comment, a question, something you'd like to see, just drop it down in the comments section. I always go in, read all the comments, and answer any questions you guys have. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me each week as I try to share some knowledge with you guys, help you guys cash some tickets, make you a better. And speaking of that, if you would like to join me on the premium plays, you can do so. If you like the way I handicap games, you can head over to WagerTalk.com. We are running a special right now. You know, a week of service is $99, and we are running very well right now. We're 8-1 since last Sunday. We're filming this late on Thursday. If you want to come on board, get all of my plays in every sport, you can pick up 10 days for the price of 7. That's right. Get 10 days for $99. That's less than $10 a day. You've got every sport running right now. Basketball, college, and pro. You've got football, the bowl games, the playoff games. Pick up 10 days. And don't forget hockey. We don't release a lot of hockey plays, but we are 9-2 for this season on the plays we have released. You'll get anything I release for the next 10 days for $99. All right, let's get back to it. I got 2 more games for you today. We're going to take a look at Tampa Bay at the LA Chargers. Talk about horrible spots. The Chargers just are coming off playing their guts out against Kansas City last Sunday night. That was a gut-wrenching loss, especially given how the game ended. Kansas City lining up for that field goal and hitting the upright and having it bounce inside for the field goal to be good. But they have an even bigger game. Kansas City just got the division wrapped up, but they are fighting with Denver. And we mentioned how Denver's got the big game next week. Well, they got the big game because they're playing the Chargers. So that makes it a big game for the Chargers as well. Coming off Kansas City and with Denver on deck, this is definitely a sandwich spot. And given the way they lost that game, it's also a trap spot. I always say it, sometimes you can lose the same game twice, and that's what you got to worry about with the Chargers. I think Tampa Bay is a very live dog here, taking a look at Tampa plus the 3. In the last one, this one might be a hold your nose play, but I'm sure when I gave you Carolina last week, you thought the same thing. Why in the world would I want to bet Carolina the way Philadelphia is playing? Well, we've got a game this week. Tennessee is playing Cincinnati. Cincinnati's coming off that Monday night game against Dallas, and they won, in lucky fashion with the blocked punt and them recovering after they had their punt blocked and setting up the game winner for them. But I'm looking at what Cincinnati has done. They've played 4 straight high-profile games. It started with a Thursday night football game against Baltimore. Then they played the very next week on Sunday night football against the Chargers. Followed that up with a division rivalry game against the Steelers, only to play last week on Monday Night Football. 4 high-profile games, nationally televised, standalone Thursday, Sunday, Monday games, and now they're playing just a regular game on a Sunday against Tennessee. How do you get excited for Tennessee at 3-10? Yeah, I know Cincinnati mathematically is still alive for the playoffs, and they need every win. But do you really want to lay points on the road in this spot with them, with that defense, the way it's played? I think Tennessee's a live underdog here at home. I'll go ahead. I'll take a look at Tennessee plus the points at home as a trap game situation. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the show this week. I'll be back with you guys next week with another edition of Marco's Deli. Until next week, let's eat some sandwiches and let's cash some tickets. I'll talk to you guys next week. Good luck. And once again, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me.